Hello, hopefully everybody can hear me. I think I've painted a picture at this angle. I can't remember, but I just gave it away. Painting a picture tonight. I haven't painted or done any artwork in a while. I think the last art thing I did was build that Lego. And before that, finish my Spider-Man painting. I did finish my Spider-Man painting, so that was cool. I might have to do another one of that, because if you remember, that was Miles Morales. Maybe I'll do a regular Spider-Man. That's beside the point. So anywho, I saw this cool image online of looked like a painting, I guess. So I figured I want to try to make something cool. You know, I happen to have one more canvas, so let's make it count. Let's make something cool. It's more of like you'll see what it's like, but let's get right into it. I think I might draw it out a little bit beforehand. I'm gonna try to go off of memory how it looked. I don't know if I remembered quite how it looks, but we're gonna try anyway. Okay, there's that part. There's this part. Those are the only two real parts I need. So, yeah, man, let's get on into it. Let me see. I gotta look at the image one last time. I gotta make sure I'm doing it right. Hang on one moment. Alright, I'm back. Let's try that again. I think I made it all too big, so we're gonna just try one more time. Oh no. But it's all okay because it's just a sketch. Like, I'm gonna paint anyway. So it don't even really matter. Alright. Let's I'm gonna do a darker outline of what I'm thinking of, and that'll really solidify what we're going for, and then we'll paint that outline too. So we'll go right here and curve down. And there's some real whimsy in this painting. Some real whimsy. I don't feel like there's perfect, absolutely perfect. It is a mountain range with a snowy background. Not a snowy background, I'll say, but more like kind of like a snowy background. Let me look one more time. All right, we're back. It's just such a tough painting. It's like a very intricate, not intricate even, just a very different painting than what I've done. Like, it's not what I've done. It's nothing like anything I've done. But I've done things like it. It's just color scheme wise, it's nothing like what I've done before. It's not, I'll make a snowy mountain where the snow is snow colored, but this is a night image, so the snow wasn't snow color. I'm a big believer though in kind of doing things, just figuring it out as we go along. I think that's part of, I don't want to say I'm an artist, but I think part of being in the art game, it's important to not look for perfection. it's important to simply just find it as you go along. Look at me, I'm like a modern day philosopher right now. But I really do think it's just important to just like to find it. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I'm saying. It's important to, not everything has to be, every brush and stroke doesn't need to be planned out. Sometimes the best paintings are the ones with no planned out, not planned out. So, yeah, man, let's get right on into it. I haven't cleaned my brushes since the Spider-Man painting, so that's gross, but it's whatever. Stir your colors. Remember, I like to mix and stir colors. I mix black with purple, and it makes black. It makes black, yeah. I haven't painted in a while. You know, been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. Which is a common struggle, I think, that a lot of people my age struggle with. I probably talk about this every video now that I'm thinking about it, but I like it. I enjoy that topic of not knowing what you want to do. You know, I don't think it's important that we all know what we want to do. I think it's important that we don't know what we want to do. You know, I feel bad for my mom. I feel bad for a lot of moms out there. They all probably really worry about what their kids are doing with their lives. And, you know, it's scary. I bet it's real scary to see your kid not know what they want to do with their life. But at the same time, I think it's important. You know, in like time travel movies, when they're like, you know, if you go back in time, you shouldn't affect the time. Like, you shouldn't talk to yourself and affect the timeline that we've created already. Like, talking to yourself, you know what I'm saying? I think parents need to let their kids struggle to figure out what they want to be. I think it's important for kids to, you know, I think that struggle is important. Like, that struggle in particular is the most important struggle. I think when your kid is working a job that they hate, and they hate it so much, right? Or they're doing something they just don't love it, and they want out, or there's all sorts of things. But I think that is how we as kids figure out what we want to be. It's like, okay, well, you hate your job, then figure out what you'd rather do instead of this job. Maybe it's a different job. Like a different, you know, maybe you work at a hardware store and you don't want to work at a hardware store anymore. Awesome. Go find what job you'd rather work at then. Maybe you decide you want to go get your degree in computer science or something. You know, who knows? Maybe you want to do just, who knows, you know? Maybe you want to go get a certificate, be a certified, I don't know, paramedic, certified whatever. Maybe you don't know what you want. So you go work for the city and get a good retirement plan. Or maybe you don't know what you want and you start filming yourself painting videos on painting and reviewing movies and energy drinks on camera, and hoping for the best, despite how things may go, and you just keep hoping for the best. But I think it's important that a kid struggles to know, okay, well, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life, so I should figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life. And then if they don't, if they never, maybe they just struggle, that's the scary part, is maybe they just struggle. Maybe they keep struggling and never change anything about it. Or maybe you just can't see that your kid is trying to do something about it. Maybe you're like, man, I wish Billy would, Billy hates his job. I wish he'd look for something else. And it's like, well, maybe Billy does look for something else, but maybe he can't find nothing else. Maybe everything in the field he wants requires a degree. And maybe he don't have the money to pay for that degree. Or who knows what the situation is. You just kind of have to hope. I think as a parent that your kid figures it out. And as the kid, you got to hope that you can just almost get lucky. You just kind of hope that the right thing hits you at the right time and you realize that's the right thing. I think the more stuff we try, you're bound to find what you love. I don't really enjoy many jobs or what I do for work or anything, but I enjoy making videos online despite making no money. I love making videos online for like Instagram and TikTok. And I think that's the recipe for success. I think if you do it enough, eventually you'll get good and then good things will happen. It's not guaranteed, obviously. I also think that just things change, like, I don't know, like, if you just love what you're doing and you don't care about how much money it makes you, you'll be successful eventually because you'll just keep doing it. I think the love of doing things is more important than the price, the amount you make doing them, if that makes sense. Like, and I think that makes sense. Like, to me, that made sense. It's like, the love of doing something is why you should do it. The amount of money you make doing that thing is not why. Like, I create videos online for free because I love doing it, not because I'm rich. And yeah, it'd be cool to make money, but that's not like, obviously, I mean, as you can tell, that's not the driving force. Isn't the amount of money I'm making on social media, because I'm not making any money on social media. So we can, that's out of the equation. It's just something I love to do. And, well, if you love to do it, eventually I think you'll get paid, and I think it'll all work out. Obviously, money is the driving factor for a lot of people. That whole thing about go find, something that just gives you the retirement fund. And I'm trying to add purple to my painting and it's not working. The black is too wet. Let me see how the other stuff in the painting looks. Hang on. All right, I've realized I don't need to add purple. I needed to add white. That's okay. It's all up to interpretation for paintings. I always say it's just do whatever you like and hope for the best. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least I tried to paint. So that's cool. Okay, why is this not going down? Huh. Oh, I'm at a dangerously low amount of white paint right now, so that sucks. Figure it out, though. But yeah, like I was saying, man, I think in my life right now, it's really a challenge for me to know what I want to do. There's so much I want to do. Like, I want to do so much. I think it's unfair that we don't just get to do everything we want to do. You know, is there an end goal with all of it? Sure. Is everybody's end goal the same? Maybe not. We all live very different lives. You know, my end goals are what they are. I was going to tell you what they were, but sometimes it's best to just keep your end goals private, and I decided I was going to do that instead. Oh, see, now this painting's coming along. The white really complements the black on this painting. And I'm not a professional painter, remember that by any means. I just do it because it's fun. Like I said before, and I used to hate painting. Like art classes and stuff, I used to hate them. And that was because I think art classes are done wrong. They're, you know, as a guy who's learned how to paint better over the course of these YouTube videos since I've started, I think I've gotten better. Maybe I don't know professional techniques, but I think high school art classes and middle school art classes shouldn't be graded. Like, what am I graded on? I'm graded on the work I did, right? And I think as an artist, it's unfair that we grade people off of the work they do. Like, who am I to say your art's bad? Oh, your art's not good. Well, no, your art's maybe not good to me, but to someone out there, your art is probably good. There's crazy types of art that looks horrible. And we just act like, oh, like I don't even know what we're like. I can't describe it. It's really insane that we have the audacity to judge people's art. And like, oh, this artist sucks. No, well, no, this artist sucks to you. Right? Like, to you, this artwork is terrible and it's just not good. And it's like abstract art is probably the easiest thing to just look at and be like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Right? But then you say, some people are like, this is beautiful. This is what art is. And I low-key think that. Like, art is just an expression of yourself. So how you express yourself is art. There's so many forms it can be. Like, it doesn't have to... Painting isn't the only art form. There's a ton of art forms. So I just don't understand why art classes have to give you a grade off your art and then tell you, you know, okay, if I get an F, is it because my painting looks bad or because you thought there was no effort? Like, what did I get an F for? So I just don't think art classes should be graded. I think art's so up to interpretation of, like, if this is the message you were trying to get across, and it came across, well, that's good. Now, if the assignment is do abstract art and you do realism art, well, okay. I can see why that's the problem. But if you tried your hardest and made something abstract to you and your teacher's like, well, isn't what I asked for, this isn't good, well, that's wrong to me. I don't think that's how it should be. I don't think it should be graded off of how the art looks. If it's graded. You know what I'm saying? I think I made that make sense. I tried my hardest to get that to make sense. It probably didn't, but I tried. I heard someone say you shouldn't mix the colors on the thing, or get your don't dip your brush into all those colors at once. It's just like, sometimes the most beautiful things are because of the mistakes that we made. Like, it's not even a mistake. I purposely did that. If you never mixed a color, you wouldn't know what colors make, blue and yellow make green, or I think they make green, I'm not sure. I think those two make green, yeah. That sounds right. You wouldn't know that. So it's like, mix all the colors, man. Do whatever. When it comes to art and painting especially, I can speak on painting more than I can speak on like other forms of artwork, like drawing and photography, if you consider that art, or tattooing, if you consider that art, which I do consider both of those to be art forms. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, you can just mix things up, man. Just, in painting at least, like I was saying, yeah. Like, mix things. If you don't mix things, you'll never know how it turns out. Mix those colors. Do that. It's not that deep. It's just a painting. It's gonna be okay. I have a crazy painting right now, and if I worried about that, there would be a real problem. But I'm not really worried about that. This doesn't even look like the image I had up on my phone. I just kind of took it and ran with what I'm doing now. But now I'm excited for it. I'm gonna just paint it in my vision now. It was cool while it lasted to try to follow along, but it didn't last long. Maybe one day I will paint exactly how I saw, but then that's copying off someone else's artwork. I don't want to do that. I just like, doing my own thing. Honestly, I might hang up every painting I've made in my house when I get older, or when I move out. I love every painting I've made. Like, they're all perfect. We always have all these paintings, people have paintings in their house of like so much stuff that's not even important to them. Like, why are half of those paintings, those aren't important to you, so why? Why do you have that? You can make your own painting for like $30, not even. The same amount you just spent, and it'll mean something. We're just not creative as a society, I don't think, anymore. A lot of us just aren't as not even that we're not creative. They're just like, I don't know. I feel like we're just not, we're not as creative, I feel like, anymore. Like, we lost our creativity. I think as a kid, I was less creative than I am as an adult, somehow. But it feels like as we get older, we're supposed to become less creative. And I don't know. I don't know why. That's just how it feels. It's like, okay, I'm an adult now, so I can't be creative. It's like, well, that's not fun. What's a world where you can't create? Lame world. I'm just going through all my problems in life right now with you guys. All my problems and concerns. So, this is where we're at right now. This is it's supposed to be snow. Snow, but in like the nighttime against these mountains. I actually like how it's coming along. I'm gonna try to add stuff to it. So yeah, here we go. I don't know where this picture is going. Like what route this picture is taking. But I enjoy it, so that's cool. Yeah, it is. It's just a little black in here. Oh yeah, get a little black in there. Whew. Oh yeah, this is beautiful now. I mean, it was beautiful before, but in terms of pure beauty, this is what I wanted. Some black on my purple, just a touch more. And then go with a whole different color. Do it white. Now we're gonna do white. That should be nice. Just do whatever you please, man. Just do whatever you please. And in life, do whatever makes you happy without worrying about what is everyone else gonna say. Because if they all died and you had to live, then you have to choose still what you want to do. And that's with no one's opinion. If no one had an opinion about you, what would you go and do? And that's what you should do. That really is, I think, what all of us should do is take whatever our greatest passion that we love, that makes us the happiest in the world. And that should be it, man. Like, you should look at that passion and say, okay, I want this to be what I do with the rest of my life. Whether it's something everybody's proud of, or, you know, maybe your family's a bunch of doctors and you're like, man, I really just want to not be a doctor. I want to be anything but a doctor. Well, okay. What? You know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you want to be a firefighter instead of a doctor. And your family's just ticked. They just can't believe that you would do that. Well, that is okay. In my book, that is okay. I think that's better than becoming a doctor, because at least you'll love what you do. And, you know, maybe you end up hating it. Which happens. It sucks. But I think a lot of times we can't really predict what's going to happen. You know, we can't always say that we're going to love the career path or any path that we choose. So you just have to kind of try it. I mean, worst case scenario, you just go back and say, okay, well, that career path didn't really work out for me. You know, maybe I should try being a doctor. Maybe that is cooler than being a firefighter, or whatever your career path is. It's like, you can change it at any moment. You can be like, you know, this was cool, but I don't want to do it anymore. You only live one life. You might as well go out there and try to have the most fun. If you're lucky, they say you'll make it to 75. If you're lucky, you'll make it to 75. And there's people out here who want to work until they're 60 years old, and then they can retire and enjoy the last 15 years of their hypothetical life, which is fine. You know, I think we need people like that, and there will always be people like that. But I don't think that's how this world should be lived. Like, I don't want to live my life where I think, okay, I want to retire at 60 or 55 if I'm lucky, 55, and then I get to spend every, couple days with my kids and grandkids and stuff. And it's like, well, what the hell? That's not how I want to spend my life. I don't know. It's not what I want to do. I want to spend every day doing what I love, and then being with my family and stuff. And, obviously that's just not how these things work. A lot of times that's just not how it works. Next part we're going to make is a tree. So this is what I have so far. It's a house, there's some mountains. We just need some trees. We're going to do trees on both sides here. So it's going to be little stumps. Couple little brown stumps next to each other. This isn't even like the fun part of the image. We're not even there yet. We'll do two brown stumps on each side to make it look like trees and stuff. And instead of like a green tree, I'm gonna mix two different colors instead. And I'm gonna see how this works. See what kind of color I can create here. I'm gonna mix brown and purple. See what I can get. Hopefully I get something crazy. Something that looks like, it's kind of reflected on, and hopefully it doesn't make black. Those two colors seem to have made nothing. Let's add a third color in there, why not? The color of how night looks. Alright. Let's see how this looks. That looks like a cool color. The problem is it doesn't look like a tree. I just saw how to make a pine tree and I can't remember it. Maybe it was a different brush that the guy had. It was not a different brush. I have messed up my painting. It's okay though. Trees are so seriously the worst things in the world to paint. Like, they suck to paint. I hate painting trees. I'm just so bad at it. I feel like I didn't do half bad, but I did pretty bad. Now we gotta do kind of the same thing here. Just you kind of start wide and go thin at the top. And it's like, that's a tree. I'm so bad at trees, bro. It's crazy. Still not a great artist. That is okay. I am going to attempt to paint trees and figure that out at some point in my life. I will figure out how to paint a tree. One day we'll look back and laugh at my videos. My tree doesn't look very tree-like. It has glimpses though, I tell you what. Really tall tree there. Okay, that actually doesn't look half bad for a terrible tree. I see what I did wrong, and I kind of like my trees actually now. So I'm just gonna keep going up. You just have to go higher with the tree to make it a tree. That's how you get trees to look like trees. Is for pine trees, they have to kind of go up real high. As high as you can get them reasonably. And they have to kind of look faded. And there should be different sizes and different everythings to show you that it's a tree. Now I did mess up one part. Where's the brown at? Oh no. How'd I lose that brown? Perfect. Now, the trees are black, which is fine, but that's not the color I want them to be. So then, it's really not fine. I think their trees look good though. We're about to get to, so I really want just like a little bit of white in them though. Let me show you what I'm saying. A speckle of white. I mean a speckle of white. And we're going to take that speckle and kind of go down one side. I think Bob Ross would be really proud if he saw this painting. And he'd say, "Whoa, Brendan, you're such a good artist." Thanks, Bob. No, he'd probably call me trash. I'm not going to hold you. Trying to incorporate, different painting techniques. And, well, you'll see how that went. Even get some white on this. These little parts. Down here. This is what I got so far. Hang on, wait, where'd that pen go? Or not that pen. Where'd this thing? Hang on. I'm really coming along here. I'm really making something and I missed a spot. Huh. I've really made something with this painting. So, this is what I got. Those are my mountains, my trees. My pine trees have this like white snow on them. Here's my ground. It's really dark. That's okay. Now it's time for my favorite part. Let me go look at the picture one more time to see how that part looks, and we'll get right into it. So my mountains are the wrong color. They're supposed to be blue and not purple, which makes a lot more sense. Could I go back? Yes. What will I do instead? Good question. I'm glad you asked. Instead of redoing them all, I will do my favorite thing and just add blue. And see what color I get. Hope for the best. The background, if you're wondering, like the sky, is like every color. That's why I loved the painting. It's just every color, like imaginable. Imagine it, every single color. And that was the background. Was just every color. I kind of like the purple. Now I'm regretting that I did the blue. Freaking dang it. Now I have to go back and add purple again. Give me my big brush. Hello, big brush. Yeah, save my painting, will ya? Here we go. Back to the purple. I didn't like the blue. The blue kind of ruined my painting a little. Hang on. Yeah, I think I might have messed it up a touch with the blue. And I don't know how to get rid of that. I could paint white over it and then paint it blue again tomorrow. But I don't want to do that. I want to paint it what I want to now. We'll get it. Hey, we'll get it. Hey, we'll get it. It's like patching up drywall. You just put a bunch of purple over the blue. Except this is not doing what I wanted it to. Wait a minute. It is lightening it up. Almost making a beautiful color. Sometimes Sometimes my genius is scary. Because I almost think I made it better. It's not a super bright purple anymore. It's like a deeper, richer purple, and it's, oh, beautiful. Just kind of want to. It's like perfect purple. It's like midnight. Maybe even a touch more, and that'll really. Oh, yes. That'll. My bad. You know, it's okay to do what I did and touch something up with the wrong shades and try to save it. Try to save your painting, and then you don't like it, and then you save it again, though. I just saved it even harder by accidentally hating it. Look at that. That's beautiful. If you don't find this painting beautiful, you'll have problems. The black with the dark purple with the brown house, it's just beautiful. But now it's on to the hard parts. I have a couple paint wells still open, but it's not what I think I'm gonna do. So I have 3 open paint wells. What I'm gonna do is a bunch of different colors, light blues to different shades of purple, and I'm gonna make it so squiggly. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be elegant. Wash all my brushes. Get the colors I don't need anymore and put those back. Clean off your workstation now. Go into here. We're going to find our colors for the schemes we want. It can be any color you want, man. That painting had a bunch. Turquoise? Oh, yeah. Peach pink? Don't mind if I do. Pale purp? Don't mind if I do. Viridian? Puh, was just thinking about that color today. And we'll go aquamarine. This is going to be awesome. So let's do it. We're going to make it like a squiggly zigzag type of thing. Did I already show you guys this? Can't remember. It's getting late, but yeah, there's that. Let's get right into it, man. Oh, I just broke my brush. I just broke it. Yikers. That's okay. I want the peach pink kind of down the middle. I want that to be the middle color. Next to the peach pink, I want the turquoise on this side. Aquamarine on this side. Pale purple here. This thing's gonna look crazy. Viridian here. Viridian's not open though. Viridian here. I have to be up early tomorrow too. This is not ideal. And then, just gonna squiggle it down. Start it. My paintbrush really did break, huh? Frick. Kinda fixed it for now. That'll be fine. Squiggle it down, man. Just squiggle it down. And do that again. Squiggle it down. We're gonna go a couple more colors. And the mixture is so beautiful. Holy smokes. Mix your colors, guys. Why are we not mixing all of our colors all the time? Not all the time, obviously, but man, freaking paintbrush, dang it. Hold it from there, I don't care. Oh, man. This is gorgeous. Wish my paintbrush hadn't broke, but this is turning out gorgeous. It's like the Northern Lights or something. Except more beautiful. Oh. Yep, my brush came undone. That is A-okay. Take my pink. Get my pink in there. Get your pink involved. Into the blue. Oh. My golly wolly. Great googly moogly. This is beautiful. Ooh, Viridian's like green. In light perp. Oh, I just sprayed the light perp at me. It's awesome. I'm gonna have to stand up and do it. It's also colorful and beautiful and insane looking. Some people are going to say, Brandon, you really ruined a good painting. And those people did not understand the takeaway of this video, which is that it's all up to interpretation. To you, I just ruined a masterpiece maybe. But is it really a masterpiece if I don't love it? And I don't think so. It was supposed to be a little more squiggly. Whoa. I want more pink in this one. Now you're probably wondering how am I'm gonna get it to be squiggly. Like oh, that's a lot of pink. It's a lot of pink. I'm gonna get it squiggly, just how I intended to. I'm looking at that now and trying to think of how to get it to where I want it though. It's supposed to be, divided by color, and that color is supposed to be squiggly, which I think I could still do. Unless I just really love this background, which I don't hate it. It's so many colors that you just don't see together. There's a turquoise and a green and there's a pink. Why would there be a pink and a turquoise? There would never be a pink and a turquoise in the same style of background. And that is A-okay though. One day I'll make the exact painting I wanted to. Today is not that day. Today is something much more marvelous. Today I made my own painting, how I felt it needed to be made. And that my brain decided this is how it's going to look. Maybe it's my lack of painting skills. That made it to where I couldn't paint the same image. Maybe that's what it was. But that is okay. Because quite like life, sometimes you start out on an adventure hoping to do something, and then something better just kind of comes along and says, yeah, we're going to do it this way. Something elegant. Something more creative and more powerful, more deep and beautiful. And today, that's what we found. We found the creativity. And I am very happy with it. Oh, but we're not done. Oh no, but we're not done. See, we're gonna try to sprinkle some white on there. It didn't work. I know it can work. I don't know how to make that work. We're gonna figure that out real quick. It's supposed to be like little tiny stars. Doesn't look like stars though. I'm not good at making stars. That's okay. whoever it is. Really, I could just blend this in. I almost need like a spray can for the stars or something. I'm trying to think. I know how I can make stars. I got it. You guys, why didn't you tell me about this method? Dip your end in that thing. And the lighter you poke, the lighter the stars. Huh. What a crazy method that is. I'm going to leave that like that too. That shows real artistry. And that is what art is. Art is just figuring it out as you go along. And that is beautiful. Where's that Sharpie at? And there it is. This is the final canvas I have. So until I get a new canvas, this is the painting that will be the send-off painting. Until I buy more canvases, which hopefully is soon. But until I get new canvases, this is what you'll have to remember me by. Let me see if I can't find that light. Here it is. So it's oh, there it is. As you can see, you know, this is the background of the snowy. It's supposed to be snow. It's not. It's just some background, some ground, trees, the mountain, the house, the crazy stars in the. I love it. You know, it didn't turn out how I wanted it to when I first set out on this adventure. This was not what it was supposed to look like. But throughout that whole art show today, we talked about things just not going the way you think they're gonna in life. And still, if things don't go the way you want them to, they can still turn out beautiful as my painting. I look directly into that light, so I really can't see the painting, but that's my painting. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Can't wait to hang them all up. I have a bunch that are gonna be hung up. I'm gonna try to hang them up. So yeah, man, thanks for tuning in.